Melanie, using every last ounce of strength, desperately digs herself out of the ground, trying to escape a Wendigo. But just as she sees hope, the creature grabs her legs and yanks her back. She kicks it in the face, buys herself a moment, and keeps digging. She finally breaks free, only to be found by the psycho. Pleading for her life, insisting she can't die again, Melanie is still mercilessly killed with a pickaxe. A year later, her sister Clover and friends drive to the area where Melanie vanished, searching for clues. The last message they received from her was a video taken in front of a gas station, where she explained she couldn't stay home after their mother died. At the same station, Clover shows Melanie's photo to the clerk Hill, who doesn't recognize her, but correctly guesses she's missing. He warns that people disappear in Glau Valley all the time. That night, the group drives through a violent storm. Visibility is poor, arguments flare, but then the storm parts, revealing a strangely calm area, seemingly shielded by an invisible barrier. There's a creepy cross planted in the ground near a looming house. Clover, seeing a figure she believes to be Melanie, chases after it. Her ex, Max, pulls her back into the dry zone as night falls. Inside the house, oddities abound: a 1998 calendar, dusty hourglass, pickaxes on the wall. The electricity works, but not the water. Nina signs the guest book and notices Melanie's name written repeatedly, each signature increasingly unsteady. Abe discovers missing person flyers hidden beneath fake business ads, one for Melanie, but none have details. Later, the group hears a noise. Outside, their car has moved into the storm, headlights on. When they approach, it lunges toward them, forcing them to flee back inside. Clover, Max, and Megan explore the basement. Surprisingly spacious, with scratched windows that shouldn't be underground. Max realizes this level used to be above ground before the town was swallowed. Suddenly, Abe disappears. Nina finds his mutilated body. She's next. The slasher appears, kills her with a pickaxe. Max witnesses it, warns the others, and fights the slasher, but is quickly killed. Megan is dragged out of hiding and murdered. Clover tries to fight but is overwhelmed, fleeing into the forest, only to be killed too. Then, the hourglass reverses. Everyone reappears at the moment they began exploring. They remember dying. Their photos now appear among the missing flyers. Megan senses a dark force possessing them. As they argue, the lights flicker. Megan convulses, eyes turn white, and she vanishes. A moment later, she's found floating, channeling the voices of the dead, before collapsing with a broken neck. Melanie's voice cries out at the door. Clover tries to help, but Abe reminds her of Megan's warning. Max opens the door anyway. No one is there, except for a shack with a message insulting Glau Valley. An invisible force drags Clover inside. Max tries to save her but is pushed back. Inside the shack, Clover meets a masked old woman who explains the only way out is to survive the night, or become part of it. She forces Clover to inhale through her mask, turning her eyes black. The woman crumbles to ashes. Max finds the shack empty, except for creepy dolls and drawings of monsters. Suddenly, Clover appears wearing a mask and kills him. She's then hit by Abe's stolen car, and as she dies, her eyes return to normal. The hourglass resets again. Back at the house, Nina signs the guest book a third time. This time, the water works. But when they drink it one by one, they explode from the inside out. Starting with Abe, then Nina, Megan, Max, and finally Clover. Hill appears, warning her not to sit still, before she too explodes. The cycle restarts. This time, Clover finds medical files revealing that Hill worked as a psychiatrist at multiple hospitals. An article details a mining disaster 20 years ago that buried Glau Valley. Max finds old VHS tapes. One shows Hill's patients turning into monsters, including a Wendigo. Hill contacts them via radio, offering a way out, for can survive if one dies. Abe supports the idea, but Clover contacts Hill and arranges to meet. Disgusted, Nina stabs Abe. She and the others go after Clover, but are too late. The slasher finds and kills them. In the forest, Clover steps on a bear trap and is dragged away. Max and Megan follow, only to encounter a Wendigo. Megan falls through a glass skylight and is dragged away. Max finds Clover and frees her. Melanie appears, transforming into a Wendigo. Max traps her face in the bear trap and escapes with Clover. They hide near a collapsed mine, but when the Wendigo approaches, Clover begs Max to kill her. He does, then drinks tainted water and explodes. In a flashback, Melanie begs Clover to leave with her to New York. Clover refuses. Melanie turns into a Wendigo, revealed to be part of Clover's nightmare. She wakes up in the house again. Abe reveals they've lived through 13 nights, the Max scene in the guestbook. Outside, buildings are appearing. Megan is missing, likely now part of the night. Abe shows phone footage of previous loops, including monstrous transformations and Hill inspecting their corpses. One video shows Megan saying she may have found a way out. As siren wails, all the monsters appear. Clover grabs a pickaxe and vows to fight. They escape through the tunnel and find a sunken house, but a Wendigo attacks. Clover wounds it, and they flee into a mine. The slasher finds them again, but they work together and finally kill him. Clover finds Melanie deep in the mine. A fight breaks out, and Clover impales her sister, tearfully saying goodbye. Elsewhere, the friends kill the slasher again, but Wendigos close in. Clover reaches a clinic where Megan is held. Hill reveals that Glau Valley runs on Clover's fear. She cleverly poisons his drink with leaking water. He explodes. Clover rescues Megan. They escape by digging out from underground, just as the others help them escape the grabbers. This time, the hourglass doesn't reset. The storm clears. They drive away, finally free. But sometime later, a new group arrives. And Hill's eerie whistling returns.